GST is set to increase in 2024 to 9%, but you won't see it unless you eat in restaurants. This means we might be paying more than 9%. Now, this is going to be confusing, so watch this to the end and you'll know how evil Tang Ho selling chicken rice from 真好吃 kopitiam is. So, I'm not sure what is scarier. That GST is going to increase in less than 2 months, or that 2024 is coming and you have not achieved the New Year resolution you set for 2014. Now here's the thing, when GST increases this year, you probably didn't see signs everywhere showing how 7% has gone up to 8%. Instead, what you see is just an increase in prices. You see, technically speaking, only GST registered businesses, which are usually big companies, cause the taxable turnover must be over $1 million, can charge you GST. This means by right, your favorite hawker from 真好吃 kopitiam most likely cannot say that he's charging 1% more cause he's charging GST from 8% to 9%, unless his turnover is over $1 million, and if true, you see, technically speaking, he can only raise prices by saying that the ingredients he bought are more expensive nowadays due to the additional 1% GST he paid. Then he can increase cause his prices are not directly affected by the GST increase. Instead, they are indirectly affected. That makes a lot of difference. Cause if they are going to charge you more due to the GST increase, they can only charge from 8% to 9%, the direct increase. But if they anyhow say that the GST increase affect the price indirectly, they can charge 20% more and you still cannot say anything. You know, it's like quarreling with your wife. If you are quarreling about the direct problem you have, then you confirm win. If you are quarreling about the direct problem you have, but she brings in indirect problems, then you confirm lose. And I ask you, a wife that doesn't bring in indirect problem isn't a wife. It's ChatGPT. This leads to the next question. How about restaurants? Before that, you need to know this very simple fact. Businesses must always show you the final price that includes GST. They cannot just say that an item is $10. Then when you agree to buy, they suddenly say got an additional 9% GST. That isn't just a preference, but law. But how come restaurants can do that but other businesses cannot? Simple. There's an exception for the F&B industry that has service charge. Because it's quite difficult to calculate the final bill with the service charge and whatnot, so they can just include a 9 to say that service charge and GST will be added to the final bill. In that case, the food prices can exclude GST, which explains why they have the plus sign. The plus is not to say that you will pay more, but each plus actually means something. One plus is a service charge and the other is a GST. If not, you think the plus is for fun? Therefore, if you think about it, when the GST increases, most of us will see the differences mainly when we eat in restaurant only. If not, we can only feel the difference, which is why it's very tricky as businesses can abuse the system. This is why there's a committee in Singapore that will interrogate businesses that abuse the system. If you spot a business doing that, you can send your feedback to them, and then they will. But of course, if you have watched the first part of this video, you know that it's rather hard to cram down on dishonest businesses, since the increase can be indirect. It's like arguing with your wife. You might as well just pay up.
FBI, open up!
Now, this is why restaurants are the most honest, because the GST is calculated right in front of you, so you can cry yourself instead of cry to the government. In the meantime, if you think I've learned something, consider subscribing and also watch this video to be slightly smarter too.